Welcome to SOC4440 Technology and Society. Despite the fact I evaluate technological innovations in teaching, I actually really prefer face-to-face. I hope I'm still able to get to know everyone through their assignments, discussion board postings, and hopefully we'll get a chance to meet in person on campus. In this video, I'm going to introduce myself to you. I grew up in Los Angeles, where I still live with my family. I went to the University of California at Berkeley, which my mother described as adding fuel to a fire, and she meant it as a compliment. She was the one who gave me the question authority button and a copy of Howard Zinn, and she worked in social services, like many of you hope to. I followed in my father's footsteps. He was faculty at UCLA. I grew up hearing my father championing transit equity as a way to reduce racial and gender inequities and also to provide rights for the disabled and the elderly. He served as an expert witness in the bus riders union case. So when I arrived at college, I was proud to be part of the first UC freshman class that had no ethnic majority. Diversity and inclusivity were key values my parents, teachers, and most of those around me had supported. At UC Berkeley, one arrived without a major and declared at the end of a sophomore year. So I shopped, taking a range of undergraduate classes that could be a good fit for my major or would otherwise work for general education. Sociology felt like I finally found a place I fit in. I used to say I always felt like I was looking at the same thing as everyone else, but standing much further back. And sociology was a bunch of us standing further back. The discussions we had in my classes were invaluable to me, and even now I sometimes think back to what I learned not only from my professors, but from my peers. When Mike Messner from USC called to offer me a spot in graduate school, I was speechless and thrilled. It turned out to be the right choice for me, and I made some of my most valued connections with the people I went to graduate school with. Today, I'm back in Los Angeles, where I very much enjoy hiking, biking, snowboarding, and spending time with my family. It's a real thrill to get to share all the things I enjoy with my son. I've now been at Cal Poly Pomona over 20 years. And I've really come to appreciate what a special place it actually is. And that's primarily because of you guys. Frankly, all the faculty here, when asked what the best thing about our job is, we say the students. And I'm not saying that just to sort of butter you up here at the beginning of the semester, but rather to thank you for making teaching here such a great experience, and I'm really looking forward to spending the semester with you, even if it's online. Technology has allowed us amazing advances. It's also created potentially unsolvable problems. How we deal with those depends on us. The way that we use technology, the inequities that are a result of it or are built into how the technology is distributed are part of who we already are. They're not a problem of the technology itself. There's a lot of different ways that you can approach problems with society and technology, and we're going to take a look at a wide range of those. I'm looking forward to hearing some of your out-of-the-box solutions to the problems that we're having. There's probably a lot of things about technology you really appreciate and are enjoying. There's probably also a lot of things you're finding frustrating and annoying. There's also things that maybe are roadblocks, challenges, conundrums. Hopefully, through this class, you'll get some ideas about how you can change those things. For example, we're having a lot of discussions now about data. Who owns images? Who owns data? Who has the right to these things? And we're seeing labor stand up and demand accountability. I would take a close look at how these struggles play out, because they have a tremendous amount to do with what your relationship with technology is going to look like in the future on the different kinds of jobs that you may have. This class was a passion project for me. Most people talk about technological innovations and how they change our world, but too often we forget that technology and the impact of technology depends on the position from where you're looking. The consequences of technological change depend on how societies operate and how they adapt, and who pays the costs vary tremendously. Sociology is about sitting with uncomfortable truths. Sometimes we can act, and sometimes the things that we want to change are not something that we can immediately do something about. Maybe we can only chip away at structures we find problematic. Audre Lorde wrote, "The master's tools will never dismantle the master's house." And I'm taking this moment to really consider both how to dismantle, but also how to build, how to create new tools, and how to be open to allowing those tools to rebuild. The thing I love most about sociology is the process of dismantling everything that makes people feel small, ashamed, less worthy, and helping find ways to build a more inclusive world. This may mean sociology is rendered obsolete, or maybe it has to be dismantled. That's okay. When I started working, I used to joke my goal was to put myself out of a job. If enough folks get educated about dismantling systems of privilege and oppression, you probably won't need me anymore. And I really hope we can make that happen.